Is betrayal good or bad, or both? In living, one will come to know that betrayal is not such a formidable time. If understood properly, objectively, one will find that despite the feelings of disappointment and therefore the losing of confidence in those who once previous held assurance in, betrayal is profoundly a time of being forced to know that there are aspects in your life which needs to be addressed, assessed and determined if there is any further need for these elements in your life to be present. One will find, when one loses everything, he or she is placed in the position to gain all things essentially needed for the rest of their journey. This is to come to learn that, to lose, is also the opportunity of gaining that what one needs, and therefore, there are no loses in fact. Gaining, losing is the dual component which is beneficial in the same movement. When this is clearly understood, then one will be in a place inside of where, all matters of peaceful living is instrumental. When one is still living, one is still presented of the opportunity of growing, because living and growing is a harmonious reality. Coming to understand the lesson of a reality which you never thought you would be facing, is absolutely why these times are vital to experience. They are a necessity for you to come to know you. The people who you have in your life, in time coming the people you had in your life, as everything including those in your current living experience in whom you thought to be of importance, you are faced the task of having to let go and to move forwards for your own benefit, after they have exhausted their times in your life as being important, and have decided that your presence in theirs is not. This is the time of when one is given the task of coming to know of the essentials of letting go and the dangers of attachments, and the true unlimited means to the principle. This doesn't imply that one should move forwards with any animosity. But in understanding and then, the acceptance of that understanding if one is to ever truly love their life effectively, and the compassion of loving to live it beyond feelings of dismay, one will understand the vitality of living freely without the disarrange of absorbing matters of the past, which can only imbue inside of a human being to respond inadequately, because they remain rooted in the past in every manner of their character and therefore, display of communication. Acceptance is a very powerful ally because you come to know that, you in fact have no choice from acceptance, and any rebellion of this reality is only a recipe for inner turmoil, as this is an act which is in opposition to your destined journey to know oneself. Allow yourself to be powerful as you are destined to become. And one who has allowed themselves to be powerful enough to embrace acceptance, as an available and living entity given to every human being for the sake of healing and restoration, they have given themselves through their entrancement, the greatest gift to the mind and spirit, because it holds a profound bliss in its status of being. To accept matters as they are, without allowing the feelings of disappointment to cause in effect your mind to ponder upon things that are not healthy for you, is a vigorous time to observe of yourself. You may find, depending upon your own state of available perception, a human being who has become more an individual existing inside of a world of where most people, pertaining to who and what they are products of a predestined design. Be birthed from what you have been made to manifest based upon the social engineering of this government system. Once acceptance is embraced, one is easy without any inner conflict regarding any state of complexity, makes the right decisions for their life. Clarity is present and intelligence acts on it, and thus, you make the move you have been made known is best for your living experience individually, even if you have to be made uncomfortable for a given time. As even being made uncomfortable for that given time, is educational as one comes to realize that, being made insecure and without what has forever been a factor of their security, is gone, and one is left with only themselves and how they are gifted of coming to learn of how to live freely without the assistance of those who in fact aims to keep them enslaved with dependency. When you are reunited with knowing that trust and confidence in others thought and felt to be close to you is irresponsible, you immediately understand of where you were lacking in being responsible for your own well-being. Also, of where you are not being effectively dedicated to your living journey, as one comes to know that, despite of having other people in your living journey, as this is a fundamental design, one must understand fully the importance of having the love and compassion for to know that one is only responsible for themselves in terms of their success and happiness. The time arrives of when intelligence and humility is the primary lead for more pleasant ventures. While coming to know that those pleasant moments will only be made and left pleasant, as long as it is just you and your environment and no one else who in truth, have ulterior motives that only benefit them upon the benefactor of your world, because they are not able to produce it for themselves. If they are not able to produce it for themselves, then they have only one primary intention, even if they lack awareness of it, to cause dysfunction in yours. Understand the virtue of coming to understand yourself and thus, the design of your journey in knowing that it is sacred to you and is dangerous for you to assume as if you know it in entirely. Life is a sacred and thus, a miraculous venture. Allow living to take you through its beauty despite the times of difficulty. All of those times are simply tasks for one to understand the value of living and of how very profound and beautiful the journey is, and what beauty is yet to come despite our curiosities. There are some times of when you may be involved inside of a situation which you desire very much in terms of wanting to be with someone you like and enjoy tremendously. However, no matter of how much you are enjoying yourself in their company, matters never work to your best interest despite your good intentions. Matters also don't work for their best interest either. Keep in mind that not everyone holds the same best interest. You find yourself of trying vigorously to build something in the presence of someone, and it just keeps falling apart and through. You begin to feel that you are cursed, because no matter how hard you try, how good and decent your intentions are, nothing manifests in reflection of your best efforts and desires of the heart. Understand that there are times of when we may feel that we are cursed, we are in fact being blessed in coming to know something vital for better times of understanding, which will in fact, as we move forwards, will ensure the journey to be more easier. Remember, not everyone holds the same best interest. In many instances, what you may think and feel is a curse, is but a curse for the person in whom have an ulterior motive in opposition to your own. It has forever been such that, when a human being's intentions are not in harmony with the moral implications of universal laws in regards to your time for evolution. Because of this, they in harmony, curse themselves and have made themselves subject to be removed from your presence that your blessing can be administered. They in activity curse themselves while in the presence of you having a blessing forthcoming. Matters for you will be seemed complicated, paused or even felt to not be possible for you, when in truth, he or she who you are present with are simply an impediment which needs to be ousted. What is a felt to be cursed to you, is in truth a blessing, but a curse for them at the time because they are not meant to gain anything from your blessings because of the condition of the heart, despite of how their mind has permitted them to manipulate the entire situation. This is, as they say, chess and not checkers. Just understand that you are not cursed. You are blessed, and therefore protected from a dilemma which you have not done anything wrong to warrant the consequences of their forethinking implications. What does not manifest for you at the time, is not ordained to manifest for them for the sake of their personal gain, because of their intentions against the contentment of your happiness. Take care of how long it takes for to know someone effectively, and make certain that your blessings are not in danger of any foul play. What is a blessing for you comes at a time of when you are no longer in the presence of someone who have not earned the privilege of enjoying the fruits of your heart and mind and body. Imagine the divine creating a particular raindrop to fall all the way from the heavens which was created for only your hands. Yes. Just yours. If matters never seem to work out in the presence of someone in particular, this could only imply that they are destined to not enjoy whatever will be bestowed upon your life, as this reveals the two of you are designed according to destiny, upon two separate paths. And whatever was meant for the both of you to know, the time has been given for that time for the both to know and to understand. And, what each one has come to know, both are made responsible for utilizing that which each one has come to know effectively. If not, then their journey will again seem as a complicated venture, with even then, is again an opportunity for resolve as long as each one bears life. The sacred of the both involved is, did each come to clarity objectively? This will only be remain to be known individually of one another. But, there is one fact of the matter, and that is despite if one was felt to be the victim of betrayal and the other being revealed as guilty of causing the betrayal, both have come to know matters of the mind and heart of where there has to be some correction for the sake of the improvement of actions and decisions that are deemed in their lives as vital. Written by David Anthony Brayboy.